approximately 1 hour after you told the American people it was a video, you say to your family, 2 officers were killed today in Benghazi by an Al-Qaeda-like group.
There was a hateful video that was disseminated on the internet. It had nothing to do with the United States government.
And violence directed at American embassies over an awful internet video that we had nothing to do with.
The next day, within 24 hours, you had a conversation with the Egyptian Prime Minister. You told him this: "We know the attack in Libya had nothing to do with the film. It was a planned attack, not a protest." Let me read that one more time.
Obviously the administration, not to the American people. It is in response to a video, a film, that we have judged to be reprehensible and disgusting.
After the attack in Benghazi, is there a need for more accountability so that this doesn't happen again? And do you know who was behind the attack at this point?
2 points. Number one, I think that Tom Pickering and Mike Mullen, who headed up the review board, did a very thorough job in identifying what were some severe problems in diplomatic security. And who carried it out? That's an ongoing investigation. The FBI has sent individuals to Libya repeatedly. We have some very good leads, but this is not something that I'm going to be at liberty to talk about right now.
Governor, if you want to reply quickly to this, please.
I certainly do. I think it's interesting. The president just said something which is that on the day after the attack, he went in the Rose Garden and said that this was an act of terror. You said in the Rose Garden, the day after the attack, it was an act of terror. It was not a spontaneous demonstration. Is that what you're saying?
Please proceed, Governor.
I want to make sure we get that for the record, because it took the president 14 days before he called the attack in Benghazi an act of terror.
Get the transcript.
He did, in fact, sir. So let me call it an act of terror.
Can you say that a little louder, Candy?
He did call it an act of terror. It did as well take 2 weeks or so for the whole idea of there being a riot out there about this tape to come out. You're correct about that.
The administration indicated that this was a reaction to a video and was a spontaneous reaction.
They did.
It took them a long time to say this was a terrorist act by a terrorist group. And to suggest, am I incorrect in that regard? On Sunday, your secretary, the ambassador of the United Nations, one of the Sunday television shows, and spoke about how this was a spontaneous reaction.
I'm happy to have a longer conversation about foreign policy.
Absolutely, but I want to move you on, and also people can go to the transcripts.
I just want to make sure that all these wonderful folks are going to have a chance to get their questions answered.
Because what I want to do, Mr. President, is stand there for a